Hello. How's everyone doing today? I don't really know what to start with this one. Excuse my hair yeah, I just had to wash my hair. So, I don't really know how to start this. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, I just released a book. That sounds really crazy to say. Like I just released a book, man. Like that's crazy. Like I never would have thought that I would have done such a thing. And it's thanks to you guys. I'm saying a lot of but like I'm nervous. Like this is crazy to think. I really wanted to hop on here because I wanted to just say thank you to everybody who supported me along the way. Just give people their shout outs. Like I know I did like an Instagram post and I let people know like who was really an inspiration and like helped me through this journey. But I just feel like that doesn't justify everything that happened. So let's get to it. Where is actually let me pull up on my computer. You know what? No. I'm just gonna say how I feel. So, if you guys didn't know, as I said, I wrote a book. It's called When Heaven Fell Silent. A really big inspiration to this book was my enjoyment of reading. If you guys couldn't tell, like I really love anything that's just feels mythical. It's just out there. It takes you to another place, and reading really does that. Like you guys can't see, but my shelf is full of books that like I've always loved. Actually, let me. This right here, Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is probably my favorite series of all time. I sat down with my mom yesterday and we were talking about me releasing a book. And she reminded me that when I was younger, when I was in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, every time a Percy Jackson book came out, instead of being like, I want a new game, I would always ask her to pre-order the newest Percy Jackson. And I sat there, and you know how people like hide their DSs under their pillow late at night trying to play games? That wasn't me. At least at that point, it wasn't me. When I got to middle school, that might have been a different story. I hit a book because books really helped me escape reality. All the harsh things, all the rough things that I was going through, they helped me escape that. Especially this. A quick story. I picked up Percy Jackson one day at a book swap. So my elementary school had these things called a book swap. And what a book swap was is you brought in 1 or 2 books and you would basically be giving them away for someone else to read. And in exchange, you got to pick up 1 or 2 books that you would get to take home. So I took in my 2 books. Can't remember what they were. And I couldn't decide what to pick up. I was looking around and I was like, I don't know what to pick up. And on a cart in the far back, I saw this book. And I was like, that looks interesting. And another girl at the same time, I remember her name. Her name is Chloe, because this is a very integral moment in my life. So Chloe, if you're watching this, I don't know if you remember me. I remember you. We went to elementary school and middle school together. So like, thank you for being such a big part of my life. But yeah, so me and her ran across the library to go get this book. And elementary school Ian was really short, but he was really fast. So he got there first and he picked up Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. And that was where my obsession for reading began. I was always in the library. I was always picking up books. The librarian knew me by first name because I was always there. If I got a book one day, I would be back to return it the next day and get another one. Books like Percy Jackson, I'm trying to remember, like, there's another series that I can't remember the name of. I used to read this book called Veronia, which was kind of like a comic type of thing, but like it wasn't. It was like a light novel kind of thing. There was, I think it was called the Orville Brothers, or there was these two brothers who went on like crazy adventures and like had all this imagination, and they were just doing things, and that was me. That imagination is something that I've always lived with. When I used to play outside, I used to create all these crazy games for me and my friends, because that's how I lived my life. And like I said, this is a big inspiration for why I wrote my book. When Heaven Fell Silent, it is a book, and I'm not going to give too much because of course I would love you to go read it yourself. It is a book about a person named Kale. And Kale, now I can deeply relate to Kale. Kale is a student in college, and he is going through the motions. He is just existing to exist. He's not really like going out of his way to do anything. He was just kind of going through the motions and didn't know what he was feeling. And there is this really big event that happens, and it changes his whole life, the way he outlooks on the world, and he has to find a way to maneuver through that. So between him and you have his younger brothers, you have Kenzo, who is always this fiery, outrageous, bold, and confident persona, who is always willing to stand up for his family. Then you have Koki, who is more shy, mild-mannered, but he is always known to do what's right in the end. Those three characters are characters that I brought to life, and it wasn't just me. A really big shout out to the two younger people in my life who have like a huge inspiration on it. For Kenzo, the inspiration I had in mind was, you guys have met him, you guys have seen him on the channel, Jeremiah. If you guys don't know, Jeremiah is a person who came into mine and Aaron's life a couple of years ago, and he won't leave. He came into our life a couple years ago, and since then he has been family. Wherever we go, he's right there. It's got to the point where if someone sees us, someone sees me, or someone sees Aaron, where's Jeremiah? I don't know. I'm just but yeah, he's a very big inspiration on this character, because just like Kenzo, Jeremiah is bold. He's always known to follow his heart. He knows what he wants to do in life. He knows that there is going to be challenges in his way, and he is not going to let that stop him. And that is Kenzo himself. And Koki is inspired by my younger brother Aaron. Now Aaron, at times, he can be a little, yeah. But Aaron at times, basically, he's shy. He doesn't know how to speak his voice quite yet, but he is getting there. And that is basically Koki as a character. He doesn't know how to use his voice, but he does know. I'm sorry if you're my dog. But he knows what is right, what is wrong. He's always going to stand up for his family. He has the fundamentals to be amazing, just like Aaron. And that is who they are. Aaron and Jeremiah had a very big part on this book. And to start this book, it was crazy. I think we were sitting at a PlayStation party one day, and I don't remember why, but I think that was a big time where AI was like going around, and you would see like the AI pictures of like the people in like anime characters in like dark alleys, and like I think I saw Tengen, if you guys know from Demon Slayer, Tengen from Demon Slayer, and he was like, it was a picture like, I just killed this guy's wife, I wonder what he was gonna do, and it was like Tengen in the background in the dark. And I think just for fun we took pictures of ourselves and like created like those kind of pictures just because why not. And I saw those characters. I don't actually have like, I saw those characters and my brain just started running, like as it did as I read Percy Jackson, as I read mystery novels, as it does sometimes, which gets me in trouble. But my brain just went away with it, and by the end of the night I had a rough draft or a storyboard for chapter 1 of a book that I didn't even know what the name was yet. And I showed it to Jeremiah and Aaron, and they were like, yo, this is kind of cool. You should run with this. And at first I really doubted myself. I was like, why would I do that? Like, it's not gonna get anywhere. But I figured, I'm always telling them that you don't know what you can amount to until you actually put your foot through that door. So why not put my money where my mouth is? And I did. And then for the next couple of months, I was writing and writing and writing and writing, and I created this story in this world that I really love. In this book, it isn't perfect. It is my first project ever. But it's mine. And seeing that's where we get back to seeing all the supportive people just talk about like, hey, this is cool, you did this. That fills my heart. And I'm not like an emotional person. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't tend to like break down and cry, and I don't do that. But this really meant something to me. Having Jeremiah and Aaron help me bring these characters to life. Like they are not only just the inspiration behind the characters, but I could go to them and ask, hey, if this was you, what are you doing? Like, how are you feeling about this character? Koki does this. Okay, Aaron, what would you do? Kenzo does this. Okay, Jeremiah, what would you do? And just having them help me bring these characters to life form. And then just having some of my other friends, like Victor. I told Victor I was gonna write a book, and dude was like, yo, send it to me. As soon as you finish it, send it to me. Like, I need it, like, immediately. And I was like, you're not even gonna like question me or anything like that? No, it was just support from the very beginning. That means the absolute world to me. I have a friend, not a friend, a short Santa's elf, who also really did a big part in this for me. Her name is Gabby. I hate you. I was writing this book, and I showed her the first chapter one day. Like, we were sitting and we were talking, and we were just talking about things that were going on in our lives. And I sent it to her, or I showed it to her, and she goes, whoa, this is really cool. Like, I like how you did this, this, and this. Kale, his character, it's really cool. And every time I sent her a chapter, she was getting really excited. And that's when I knew I had to do this. Because if my friends were getting this excited over something that I built, I should be that excited over something that I built. And I was. I can't tell you the amount of times where I would stay up late at night and I would finish my schoolwork, and it would be 1, 2 a.m., 3, 4, and then I immediately started working on my book. Yeah. The best decision? No. Don't follow in my lead. Do I regret it? Nah. Not in the slightest. This is something that I have dreamed of for a very long time. And I want you guys to experience it with me. I had a lot of support. My mom, my dad. I told them I was writing a book. They were like, "We knew you would." What you mean you knew I would? I didn't even know I would. Told my friends. I didn't really know where this would go, but it went. I took it and ran. This meant the world to me. I announced my book being published on Barnes and Noble. What? Barnes and Noble? Like, they're the same place that I used to go to get a new book. Like, I used to read these books by J.A. Jance and like these mystery novels, and like I would go and like pick up books that I would love. Like, Barnes and Noble for me, that was my Toys R Us. So now to say I have a book there, really? Are we kidding, bro? Like, oh my gosh. The world. It means the world to me. I said this before, but this is a year that I'm making a whole lot of dreams come true. I've struggled with different things in the past. Like, I've struggled with this like heart-wrenching depression. And last year I decided I was going to change that. And not only am I writing a book this year, which was a childhood dream of mine, earlier this year I went out and I got my black belt, man. For y'all who don't know, I do Taekwondo. So does Jeremiah, so does Aaron. But when I was younger, I couldn't hold attention unless it was in a book very easily. So I got very close to getting my black belt, and then I gave up. I went again. I gave up again to do other things. That the second time, it was because there was something I wanted to do more. And the third time, I told myself I couldn't do it, that I would never do it, that it would never happen. I've missed the opportunity. But as of May, I did it. I went out and did it, and I got to share that moment with so many people, and it meant the world to me, just like this book. And I plan to do so much more. I am fulfilling my dreams, and you should too. This is what you should feel like. If you are ever having those doubts where you cannot do something, do it. I got so scared to release this book because I'm like, it's going to flop. I'm not going to get one purchase. I was at work because, to basically explain it, there's a whole approval process that you have to go through. And I was going through it, but I didn't know when the book would finally be approved and then put on Barnes & Noble. I would get the email when it was. But I went on because even though like it wasn't approved yet, I could still purchase my copy because it was for me. And I went on to check like the order status of my copy, and there it was, the approval, and people could buy my book. I thought I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to flop, but I was going to announce it anyway. Like, if one person bought my book, I would have been happy, even if it was me. I posted that I had wrote a book. Like, this is something that I've been keeping under wraps for months. There was only a handful of people who knew about it. I posted that I published my book, and when it got published, I was at work, so I didn't know at first. And then when I finally saw I posted about it, I put my phone down and went back to work. I opened my phone up this morning, and the amount of support and love and congratulations that I got over a dream of mine, something that I was just happy to have done, it meant the absolute world to me. To see my mom so excited over something that I had done, to not even hear my dad question like anything about it. He said, "Where do I buy it?" To have my best friends immediately go to purchase it, and to open up Instagram and see all the comments and the reposts and the posts on people's stories about something that I created. It meant the world to me. To see my family, whether they live 5 minutes from me or 5 hours from me, talking about something that I did, it meant the world to me. So for that, thank you. Thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know where I'll be in 5 years. I don't know where I'll be in 5 minutes. But this is a journey that I have loved to do. And I've definitely never thought that I would do it. And I've accomplished it. Will I write more? Maybe. Because it was fun. The sleepless nights, the constant revisions. If I could show y'all the amount of, hold on. Let me see. Is my iPad dead? It might be. My iPad, genuinely might be dead. No, it's not. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. Dang, it won't even pop up on my iPhone. Or not my iPhone, my iPad. I thought it would. The constant amount of revisions and everything, it was a consistent, and I mean consistently challenging journey. And like I said before, sorry, I'm trying to show y'all it's because this was genuinely crazy. Oh, okay. So look at this. I just want y'all to see this. Hold on. Look at this. You can see all the drafts, and that's just these are just the folders of things that I've gone through. And then in each of these folders, there could be any amount of drafts and revisions and even look, this is one of my folders. This is chapter 14. All of these drafts and revisions, just a constant amount. I really worked hard for this. So again, thank you, because I couldn't have made this without any of you. Mom, Dad, Jeremiah, Aaron, Gabby, Dakota, like Victor. I couldn't have done this without any of you guys. And to all of you who showed your support after I announced it, thank you. It was already worth doing, but you took this and made it even better. So, again, can't say this enough. Thank you. I hope you guys will go check out my book. It is on Barnes & Noble. The link will be in the description. I appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate you all for your support. I did make a hardcover and a soft book edition of the book. I actually have to check and see if the hardcover is up yet. The soft book was able to be purchased before the hardcover. I don't know why they did that, but yeah. You know what's really crazy? Before I got the approval like that it was going to be on the website, I purchased my book. I got not like a limited edition, but like a more like a hardcover, like one of like the more like really quality hardcovers with like the pages and like the actual book, like where it's like not just like a sleeve, it's like engraved. Dog, I'm not even gonna be the first one to get my book. Yes, I did my book is probably gonna be the first one to be made, but there's gonna be other people who get my book before I do. Yo, like my grandmother got the book and it like filled my heart. I love my whole family. I love all my friends, and I love everybody who supported me through this. So, if I forgot any names, thank you. You guys mean the world to me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will be back doing more. This book is the reason why I haven't been uploading as much and just sticking to live streams. I will try to do better. Sorry.